Hello, and welcome again to Not Fake News. We have two stories here for you. At a Liberty Writers here, we have Lindsay Bruce saying, urgent. Sources of town hall protests exposed. Trump was right. These are not local residences. Well, most of them aren't. Protests have erupted throughout the country at a local town hall events, and it's getting media attention, of course. The left claims that these are just upset local residents who are outraged by Donald Trump's agenda. Trump caught serious heat this week when he tweeted about the issue and claimed that these town hall events were being hijacked. These so-called angry crowds in home districts of some Republicans are actually, in numerous cases, planned out by liberal activists. Sad. It's true. As it turns out, President Trump was right. Breitbart just reported that the real source behind these crazy town hall events is a liberal activist group called the Town Hall Project. The group is run by Hillary Clinton's staffer named Jeffrey Daham, or Daham. That's him. I've seen him before. A group serving as the central hub of information for congressional town halls was founded by a former Hillary Clinton campaign staffer. The parent company of that group is located at the same address as an organization funded by liberal billionaire George Soros. The left has tried to convince Americans that this disruption is from everyday Americans. They even compared it to the Tea Party. These organizations are nothing like the Tea Party, as the Free Bacon notes. Daham's group is closely involved with MoveOn.org, a major progressive activist group that recently launched a website called ResistanceRecess.com. to encourage activists to attend town hall events. The Town Hall Project parent company is the Action Network, which was involved in demonstrations against Walmart and the protest in Ferguson. The sad part is Americans with real concerns are no longer able to speak with their representatives because these activist groups have taken over the town halls. These are not small liberal organizations either. There is big money behind these professional protesters. The Action Network is located at the same Washington, D.C. address as United We Dream, the largest immigration youth-led organization in the United States, in the nation. United We Dream has received funding from liberal billionaire George Soros. It began organizing Sanctuary Campus anti-Trump protests shortly after the election. We need to expose the truth about these town halls and put a stop to it. Americans have to take a stand against these corrupt groups silencing our free speech. It's our new day, and we're no longer silent majority. We are fed up majority. The majority is. It's true. It's really big what's going on. And that's the story about Trump and him being right about the town hall meetings. Now we have a quick clip here. That is not it. Here it is. And it's a man of action with Lou Dobbs.
But Mr. Trump isn't slowing down, and Congress isn't speeding up. We'll have that and much more straight ahead. Stay with us. And gender identity rather than their biological identity. The Wednesday decision is a reversal of an Obama-era directive issued in May. It will now be up to states and school districts to interpret whether federal sex discrimination laws apply to gender identity. Well, a stunning admission by a member of the national left-wing media. Listen to MSNBC's Mika Brzezinski this morning talking about the media's role.
He's trying to undermine the media, trying to make up his own facts, and it could be that while unemployment and the economy worsens, he could have undermined the messaging so much that he can actually control exactly what people think, and that is our job.
It's her job, apparently, in her mind, to control what people think. Extraordinary. Joining us tonight, veteran of 10 presidential campaigns, leading Republican strategist, Ed Rollins. Ed, great to have you here. Your reaction.
When I read that, I've known Mika for a long time, and her father was the national security advisor for Jimmy Carter, so I've known the family for a long time. It's the most absurd statement I've ever heard. It's like the front of the New York Times says all the news that's fit to print. It's not all the news that's fit to print. It's all the news they choose to put in there.
Right.
And I think the idea that your job as a journalist is to educate the public. Your job is to write the story. Your job is to basically tell the people what is happening, and not your interpretation of what is happening. And unfortunately, there's too many today who want to write opinions on the front page and forget the opinion page. And that's what this whole issue is.
It turns out she must be an acolyte of Hillary.
Well, she definitely was an acolyte.
Hillary Clinton, because this is reminiscent of Hillary's remark that she wants the voting public to be both uneducated and compliant. It's stunning stuff. Let's turn to this, what appears to be a source of some considerable disagreement, perhaps friction between Republicans in the House and in the White House, and that is on the issue of the repeal of Obamacare, its replacement, a budget that is moving forward, the president putting a target at mid-March, and at the same time moving ahead with tax cuts, which he says and acknowledges will have to wait on the repeal of Obamacare.
Well, it's all intermingled, but the reality is the president promised and the Congress promised. The Congress has promised over and over and over again, elect a Republican majority, elect a Republican president, we're going to repeal and replace Obamacare. That should be HR number one. That should be the number one priority. They can figure out all the details as they go through the process. It's a long process, but they need to get it started and they need to get it done.
Congressman Meadows talking about the fact they don't even have a debate going right now. The Congress went home last Friday instead of for their recess rather than work alongside the president. There's no sense of urgency emanating from the offices of either Ryan or his leadership or that of McConnell and his leadership.
Well, the bottom line here is that the president is working a breathtaking pace.
Historic.
And the Congress is part of his team. Obviously, they have a different role, but they all ran on the same thing he ran on. And so they basically if they become a block to what he wants to do, I promise you the country will turn on them, and I think to a certain extent he will turn on them. They need to get the details done. They need to get him to go sell it to the country. He needs to have an input in it. But, the idea that Ryan, who's been the speaker now for 3 years, is going to draft this thing and write it and make it a little better than Obamacare is absurd. We need to change it. We need to cut the costs down on it, and we need to fix it so that we can basically wear it proudly for the next several years.
Do you think Ryan and McConnell, do you think do they have the desire to follow President Trump and his leadership on these issues? Or, frankly, are they going to stay with their usual friends, that is, the lobbyists on K Street, and drag their heels as long as possible to prevent the Trump agenda from being implemented?
Speaker Ryan has basically advocated for a couple of years now that he wants to change the budget by doing all kinds of Medicare, Social Security reform.
He hasn't passed the budget.
And he won't be able to. And the country has no stomach for doing those kinds of things. The country does have the stomach.
Who does Ryan think he is? He has 700,000 people electing him from the 1st District of Wisconsin. The President of the United States is the only national elected figure.
He thinks he's the congressional or the constitutional equal he is with all 435 members.
Well, I got no problem with him thinking that.
And basically need to act. McConnell, I think, basically is a different animal. Been around a long time. My sense is he will be an ally of the president. But
well, I sure hope so.
And he's certainly been important on some of these Senate confirmation battles, and certainly will be very important on the Supreme Court challenge. But the legislation, the details of legislation, they need to get it out there. The president needs to go sell it.
Well, it sounds like that's exactly what he has in mind. He promised the American people, and so far he's working like the Dickens to deliver.
And what better communicator do you have? I mean, he basically is the one that go out there.
That would be an easy answer. None.
Easy.
Ed Rollins, thanks. Appreciate it, as always. Ed Rollins. Be sure to vote in our poll tonight. The question is the Republican congressional leadership capable of implementing the Trump agenda? Let's forget about willing, or are they capable? Cast your vote on Twitter at Lou Dobbs. We'd like to hear from you. I would also like to add, we have a tweet from Mika Brzezinski in which she explained herself, as the saying goes. And if we could put that up, do we have that full screen? I'd like to put it up for the audience. Today I said it's the media's job, said Mika Brzezinski, to keep President Trump from making up his own facts, not that it's our job to control what people think. Either way, well, that's a nice clarification. And there it is. Follow me on Twitter at Lou Dobbs. Like me on Facebook. Follow me on Instagram at Lou Dobbs Tonight. On Wall Street today, stocks were mixed, but the Dow Jones Industrials gained 33 points and closed at a new record high. Take that, Goldman Sachs, and your...
Thanks for watching. Comment below. Subscribe to our channel if you haven't already subscribed. And hit the little bell next to the subscribe button so you get the breaking stories as they come in. So you have all the information before your friends and family. And if you like what we're doing here at Not Fake News, please like the video. That's very important, and it means a lot to us. When you like our videos, you're helping fight on our side, right? You're helping fight the fight, because when you like the video, it shoots up to the top of YouTube, and it pushes down those crappy left propaganda videos. So like the video, and I will see you next time at Not Fake News.